Do you know where we are? I was asking because I don't.
Well, judging by the time it took to come here in the elevator and the pressure of atmosphere in here, I would say we are about 90 or 100 floors below the surface. Only the headquarters is this deep.
Your observations are rather interesting.
I would like to know who I'm talking to.
That is classified. Call me sir. Shall we begin? Please state your full name.
That, sir, is classified.
Alright. My name is X and I am here to find out what went wrong. Your name, please.
Winston,
You joined Atlas on 26 October 4035, correct?
correct.
What was your profession before joining Atlas?
I was in the military. Black Hawk.
So, how did you end up in the Atlas?
I had a friend. He wanted to serve his country rather than his old man. His name was Will Irons, son of Mr. Irons. He died in a mission, and I got so severely injured that I could not serve in the military anymore. Mr. Irons offered me to join Atlas on his son's funeral, and, well, he repelled me.
Sounds like a fairy tale.
Believe me, it is not.
You broke into 7 of the major facilities of Atlas. You stole all the data and demolished the facilities. Why?
You ever get a feeling that you know something to its depth, and then suddenly, one day, you realize that you don't know shit? Atlas is not what everyone thinks it is.
This, Mr. Winston, is a very severe allegation.
Trust me, you don't want to get into this. Some other day.
Why did you destroy the facilities?
It was the only way to ensure the fall of Atlas.
But why do you want to destroy Atlas in the first place?
22nd July, year 4028, 2:30 am. A shipment of Mr. Robert, the biggest dealer of diamonds of the century, vanished. The largest shipment this world had ever seen. Now, the nearest port to the last location of the ship is controlled by Atlas. That day, 12 ships arrived on that port. You will find all the entries in the log. However, in the mainframe computer, 11. Human error, maybe, or maybe not.
I'll see to that. But it simply doesn't justify your doings.
Of course it doesn't. Something does.
Explain.
What do you know about John Allen Muhammad?
Head of LS-45 terrorist organization, killed by J squad of Atlas about a year ago. You should know you are in the squad. As a matter of fact, you were the one to put a bullet in his head.
That is not true.
Documents say otherwise.
He shot himself.
Elaborate.
Right after we captured him, the whole damn city started firing at us. The evac was supposed to arrive 2 minutes later, so we were holding them off. Just then a grenade went off. The explosion caused major chaos. And I lost my balance for just 1 second. During this, John pulled out my gun and shot himself.
So you didn't shoot him?
No, sir. He shot himself.
Let's proceed. You were explaining your reasons.
Right before the grenade explosion, John told me something. Something that shook me to my core. The next thing I remember, a grenade goes off and the guy shoots himself. And what he told me was that the person responsible for the essential sacrifice, the person responsible for 50 billion deaths, was not him, but someone else. He told me that Mr. Irons is responsible for the essential sacrifice.
I'm listening.
That city was home to some of the biggest terrorists and criminal minds of the century. Suddenly, out of nowhere, an incurable virus that is unknown to us infects the whole city. All the health organizations fail to find a cure. Atlas is called in, but unfortunately, even Atlas fails to find the cure. So they put the city into quarantine. And the only solution, only way out they find is leveling the city with a nuke. Where do you think the virus came from?
Everyone tried to find the cure. Nobody wanted this. Had it not been for Atlas, all the humanity would have died. You better have an explanation for what you just said, because you have crossed the line.
That virus was introduced by Atlas. The government realized that this city was costing too much and had become a liability. And the terrorists who once worked for them now wanted everything for themselves. Their pet dogs had gone wild. So, realizing that the situation was out of control, they called in Atlas. Now, whatever the case, killing all those people could not be considered collateral damage. So, Mr. Irons finds a solution that will make it not only justified, but make it a necessity. He develops a virus, injects it into the city, and waits for it to spread. And when all the health organizations fail to find a cure, and Atlas is finally called in, it provides the world with a harsh, inhumane, but undeniable and inevitable solution: a nuclear attack. Initially, everyone gets furious about it, but as the virus spreads outside the city and people witness its horrible effects, they agree. 50 billion people are killed, and the world is okay with it.
That is a lot to take in.
I know.
Even if this is true, and I'm not saying it is, you could have turned him in. Why did you choose to do what you did?
Me, a nobody, against the richest man in the world, plus the chief of world's largest private army. I don't see it going that smooth.
Why are you telling me?
I'm probably gonna be dead by tomorrow. I had to pass it on to someone. Just like John did.
My time is up. But I do have one last question. What if no one believes this?
Well, someone already does.